table and its relation. Okay, so after this, you have something called as, okay, so what is schema? It's a pictorial representation of table and its relation. You will be getting to know what is schema. मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ schema क्या है, so don't worry about that. So now, after this, we should understand something called as cardinality ratio. Cardinality ratio. Now, what is cardinality ratio? I'll tell you. A very simple example I'll give you. There are four different types of cardinality ratios. Okay, the first cardinality ratio is 1:1. And the second cardinality ratio is 1:n. The third cardinality ratio is n:1. And the fourth cardinality ratio is n:n. So there are these four different cardinality ratios. Okay, now I'll give you best examples. Okay, now see here. First, 1:1, guys. Okay, what is the meaning of 1:1? Have you guys been in ATM? Is there anybody who has not gone to ATM? सब लोग गए हो ATM में. In ATM, at a time, how many persons are allowed? In ATM, at a time, how many persons are allowed? How many people are allowed in ATM at a time? Only one, right? Only one. So one person will be using one ATM at a time. So that is one kind of example for 1:1. 1:n, guys. In a single team, for example, let us consider our cricket team. Okay, so in a single team, there can be so many players who are playing. So in a particular stream, there can be so many students. In a particular subject or in a particular SQL class, in a single SQL class, there can be so many students. So that is a kind of 1:n relation. Then n:1 relation in the sense what? Okay, like so many people will be present in the so many products will be present in the same table, or so many employees are working in the common department. Okay, so many employees are working in the common department. That is example for n:1. And what is example for n:1? Okay, like you might have seen in terms of Flipkart or in terms of Amazon. Okay, like every product will be having different sellers, different buyers, different vendors, correct? So that is a kind of n:1 relation. Understanding, everybody? Yes, okay. So there are different cardinality ratios, and we are going to create our tables for this n:1 cardinality ratio. Which one we are going to see, guys? We are going to see for this one, this cardinality ratio. So what is cardinality ratio? There are four different types. Okay, so we are going to create a table for this n:1. So let me consider one example. For example, okay, before I start, please guys write down this in your notebook. Write down this in your notebook. आप notebook में एक बार लिखो ये. I'm audible, right, everybody? I can see only Rishikesh, Ramkrishna, and Pooja is responding. Others are not bothered, I guess. Others are just here for time pass. Not worried. Not at all serious. What about others? Am I audible? Respond. Yes, okay. Please write on this. Please write on this. Immediately, I'll start with a table. How to create a table and everything. तुम लोग सब चोरी कर लो, हेडफोन चोरी कर लो. Okay, fine. Is it done, everyone? Yes, cool. So we have understood what is table. Table is a logical representation of rows and columns, and schema. Schema is a pictorial representation of table and its relation. So cardinality ratios, in the sense, different ratios are there. So we are going to create a table for this ratio. So now what I have decided is I have decided to create two tables. One table is student table. Okay, one table is student table, and one more table I want to create, that is department table. So for example, look here. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw a schema. I'm going to draw a schema. So before you create any kind of table, you have to actually create a kind of blueprint. Okay, you have to actually create a kind of blueprint. For example, I want to create two tables. So first, I need to decide which columns has to be there. What should be the column name? What should be the data type? What should be the constraints? All those things I need to decide. Understanding? So first, okay, I'll just draw a skeleton of a table. Skeleton of a table in the sense I'll show you what it is. So now see here, okay, this table I want to draw it or I want to take it as employee table. So I'll just consider everything I'll consider in the lowercase. So employee, okay, and this one I'll consider as not employee, sorry, I'll consider as student. So students is a table name, okay, for this one, students, and over here I'll consider branch I'll consider students and branch. Okay, so this is a kind of n is to 1 relation. This is a kind of n is to 1 relation. I'll show you. See here. Just give me a second. Yes. Just give me a minute. One minute, guys. One minute, guys. Just give me a second. Mm. Okay, now see here. What I'm doing is I'm creating a table for which relation n is to 1. So look here, guys. Okay. So n is to 1. N is to 1. So now just observe over here what kind of relation it is. N is to 1. So let me just take it over here. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So it is a kind of n is to 1 relation. Now, can you guys suggest me some columns? Which columns I can keep it in? Like this table. Which columns I can keep it in this table? Can you guys suggest me some columns? पहले कौन सा टेबल डिजाइन करना होगा मुझे? Tell me guys. Which table I should design first? पहले कौन सा टेबल मुझे create करना होगा? Tell me. Student or branch? Which one? Student table या फिर branch table? Which one? Which table I need to create first? Yes, which table? No, guys, wrong. Okay, which table you will be creating first? Branch table you will be creating first. Okay, branch table you will be creating first. So this is a parent table. Okay, this is a parent table. I'll write over here. This is a parent table. This is a child table. जैसे कि employee and department में कौन सा table first create होगा? Okay, definitely PPT table create होगा, right? क्योंकि वहां से primary की आके यहाँ पे foreign की बनेगी. So that is why parent table and child table be very specific about that. Okay. Now tell me some column names. Tell me some column names, guys. मुझे कॉलम नेम्स बताओ क्या कॉलम नेम्स ले सकता हूं मैं ब्रांच में ब्रांच आईडी करेक्ट ब्रांच आईडी विल बी देयर देन ब्रांच नेम विल बी देयर देन branch name will be there then what else for example HOD name will be there HOD name head of department name then contact can be there department contact then I can give it like HOD name is done number of staffs correct then number of non other staff can I consider number of other staffs correct so only these many columns are enough now can you guys tell me some of the columns which I can take over here and what will be the primary key guys tell me what will be the primary key guys primary key कौन सी रख सकता हूं मैं branch table के लिए what I can consider as a primary key for a branch table Branch ID, are you sure? Branch ID can I consider? Yes, branch ID I can consider. Okay. So I'll consider branch ID as a primary key. तो primary key कैसे highlight करने का? You have to use a direct straight line below that. Direct straight line you have to use below that. That indicates that it is a primary key. Which indicates what? It is a primary key. Okay, then after that, you tell me guys, over here in students table, what columns I can take? What columns I can take over here? Student ID, correct? So student ID or SID, S name, SID I can consider S name. Then what else? Contact, then correct, very good. Then I can consider what? एड्रेस ओके लंबा हो जाएगा हमको डेटा भी तो इंसर्ट करना है उसमें ईमेल आईडी एंड व्हाट एल्स आई कैन ब्रिंग इन डेट वाला कॉलम कोई तो लेते हैं चलो डेट वाला कॉलम लेते हैं टेल मी सम कॉलम व्हिच इज हैविंग डेट और समथिंग लाइक डेट ऑफ बर्थ लेते हैं देन दैट्स इनफ राइट ओके सो ओनली दीस मेनी कॉलम्स आर इनफ यहाँ पे मैं एक और कॉलम ले लेता हूँ गाइस ओके डेट ऑफ एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ओके लाइक एस्टैब्लिशमेंट डेट ऑफ एस्टैब्लिशमेंट DOE. What is DOE? Date of establishment. Understanding? Or year of establishment. Anything. Or I'll consider like year of establishment. YOE. Year of establishment. Okay. So ये column name सबको पता चले. Everybody understood what all are the column names? अब मुझे ये एक चीज बताओ अगर मुझको दोनों टेबल में रिलेशन एस्टैब्लिश करना है इफ आई वांट टू एस्टैब्लिश द रिलेशन बिटवीन बोथ द टेबल्स then what I have to do, what column name I have to transfer in the students table from branch table, which is that column which I need to take it as a foreign key in this student table. Branch ID. Everybody agrees, right? Okay, branch ID. So now guys, I'll tell you, इसका नामकरण भी कर सकते हो आप लोग. Okay, I'll tell you what does it mean. Okay, you can either take this column name as it is over here, or else you can even change the name and keep it. जो भी सही लगे आपको वो कर सकते हो. That means you can even change the name of the column or you can keep it as it is. So it's always better for me like see it's very good if you keep it same. Okay, if you keep it different it becomes difficult to identify sometimes. But no issues. Okay, I'll just highlight it with the help of dotted line. If it is a foreign key, right, you have to indicate that with the help of what? Dotted lines. Understood everybody? Okay. Just a minute. Yes, good. Okay. Oh, now, after this, okay, listen. Okay, this is done. So now, guys, how to design this table? Okay, like which table we have to create first? You all know, right? Which table we have to create first? So first, which table, guys? Everyone. Okay, I want everybody to respond over here. If you are sitting idle, right? Okay, trust me, you will not understand this. Okay, trust me, you will not understand. If you want to understand this, right? Be active, be interactive. Okay, there are like 433 people. I should be able to see like almost half of it. No, like to be interactive. Others, I can't give guarantee. I know some of the students. Yes, you guys are interactive, no issues. Okay, yes. So I have to create parent table first, right? So that is branch table I need to create. So what is the syntax? Okay, so this is something called a skeleton base. Okay, what is schema? अब इससे ही schema बोलते हैं. We call this as a schema. Okay, so schema में आपको decide करना होगा. What should be the data type? हर column का data type रहेगा ही रहेगा. Okay, every column will be having what? Data type. Okay, data types are not mandatory. It is sorry, data types are mandatory. It is not optional. Okay, remember that data types are mandatory. For every column, you have to give some or other data type depending on the type of data that you want to store. Okay, but constraints, I won't say like it is mandatory. Constraints are optional. Okay, if you want to give, you can give it. Okay, so understanding everybody. So we have to decide now what constraints has to be given, what data type has to be given. So first we will start drawing one table. Okay, simple table we will draw it over here first. Okay, हम यहाँ पे एक टेबल बनाएंगे जहाँ पे हम कॉलम नेम्स देंगे. We will write the column names over here. For example, I want to design branch table, right? So what I'll be doing, branch ID. I'll be writing that column. I'll be actually writing that column over here. Okay, so branch ID is the first column. Then branch name is the second column. The third column, what it is? HOD name. The third, I mean, fourth column, what it is? Number of staffs. Number of staffs. So I'll be creating some columns. So last column, what it is? Number of other staffs. Okay, number of other staffs. Staffs. Now, guys, other than this, anything else? Yes, year of establishment last. Now you guys help me with this. Okay, you guys have to help me with this. Please tell me, please tell me what data type I can give. What data type I can give for each and every column. Help me in that. Help me in that. Tell me this. What data type I can give for branch ID? Branch ID column के लिए कौन सा data type? Everybody. I want answers from everybody. Branch ID can be consist of characters, data. I mean like numbers, whatever it can be. It can be a combination of characters, numbers, digits. It can be a combination, I'm saying. Characters also can come. Number data type, if you give, will it accept characters? Number data type, if you give, will it accept characters? Yes. Okay, so varchar we have to give. We have to give what? Varchar. Now, guys, you have to give varchar. Okay, I will give size. Okay, I will give size as maybe I need like 10 or like 20. I'll give. Chalo. What I'll give? Varchar of 20 because there is no memory loss in terms of varchar. So, no issues. Whatever you want, you give it. Okay, varchar of 20. But give it below 2000 because 2000 is the maximum size. Correct? Yes. Then varchar of what I can give over here. Hey, what happened to my laptop? I'm typing only. Varchar of what? I can give it as varchar of 20 or max to max 25 I can give. Okay, no issues. If you want more means you can give more, no issues. Okay. So chalo, varchar of 30 we will give. Chalo. Varchar of 30. Let's give it as 30. Okay. So I'm giving the data type as varchar of 30. Now for HOD name, tell me max to max 20 is enough. Varchar of 20. It's enough. Then number of staffs. Okay, tell me guys, what I can give for this. What I can give for this? Tell me fast. Deciding this is very important. Number. So number of what I can give. Max to max, number of stops, how many can be there in the particular branch? Less than 100. So less than 100 in the sense number of what? Number is what? Like you're just telling me the data type. उसका precision क्या लेना है? वो बताओ. Number of what precision I can give? 3. Okay, 3 if I give, what will be the maximum number of employees or staff that you can store? 999. Okay. इतने होंगे क्या पहले बात? Like in entire college there won't be these many staffs. So definitely like if I give 2, will it be okay? Max to max 990. I mean like sorry 99 you can store. Correct. So I'll give it as number of 2. Here also I'll give it as number of 2. Number of 2. Then year of establishment. What is the data type? क्या देख सकता हूँ? Data type क्या दूँ यहाँ? Date. Okay, what data type you have to give? Date data type. So have you decided which data type needs to be given for every column? Okay, we have done that. Okay, we have done that. Now you tell me constraints कैसे देने हैं? Okay, how to give the constraints for each, not for each and every column, definitely for some of the columns. Tell me how to give constraints. How I can give constraints for a particular column. Tell me for branch ID, what is the constraint? You have already given that. I mean, like you have already decided. Constraint पहले ही decide किया है आपने. Where I mean, like branch ID के लिए क्या चाहिए? Yes, Rishikesh. What it is? Sometimes no, I feel like if you were there in front of me, no, I will throw you from this building itself. Just before some time, we have written one dash over here. Now, what we highlight with the dash? What is PK? Primary key. What you have to give is primary key. You have, that is why you have highlighted that with the help of straight line, correct? So primary key is a constraint that you are supposed to give over here. Okay, apart from that, don't give any unique and not null. It will not accept. If you give primary key constraint for any column, you cannot give any other constraint like unique and not null. You cannot give. Okay, you can give it as check constraint दे सकते हो, but बाकी कोई constraint उसमें नहीं दे सकते. Understanding? समझ में आ रहा है सबको? Yes. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, your responses should be in such a way, no, like there are some people who are not attending the session. Okay, they should leave the group. Okay, like that it should be. So respond this. Okay. So see here. Okay, branch name. Branch name. Do I need to give any constraint? Can I give not null constraint for this? Can I give not null constraint for this? Is it fine if I give not null? Not null मतलब वो mandatory हो जाएगा. Okay, this column will become what? Mandatory. Correct? So HOD name के लिए कौन सा देना जरूरी है क्या नहीं है? Okay, can I give check constraint? Okay, can I give unique also for branch name? Can I give unique also for branch name? Can I give? Can I give? Can I give multiple constraints? Yes, definitely. I can give unique constraint also. Okay. Yes. Now, for this, I'll not give any constraint. Okay, I don't want to give any constraint for this particular column that is HOD name. Okay, that is without constraint, it is fine. Okay, so just give me a second. 1 minute. Okay, now you tell me, guys, for HOD name. Okay, I'll not give. For number of staff, can I give check constraint? Can I give check whether the number of staffs, can I give it like check whether number of staffs is lesser than 50? Can I give like this? Number of staff should be less than 50. Can I give it like this? Can I give it like this? Yes. Okay, so this is what check constraint which I have given for this particular column. Can I give the similar way for this one, guys? Check whether number of number of other staffs is less than 50. Okay, for this like 60 chalo. We'll give it at 60. Will it work? चलेगा क्या? ठीक है, चलेगा. और आखिरी वाले कॉलम नेम के लिए बता दो क्या कंस्ट्रेंट देना है. What constraint I can give? देना जरूरी है क्या? नहीं है. It's not like mandatory or compulsion. So understood, right? How to decide which data type, which constraint? Everybody, if you have understood, type understood. If you have not understood, type straightforward not understood. I'll repeat. I'll repeat. But if you have understood, respond. Okay, cool. Now, after this, okay, fine. Okay, I can see like everybody has understood. So now, guys, we have decided what column names should be there, what should be the data type, what should be the constraints. Okay, and not for every column we have given constraint, we have given it for some of them. Okay, some of the columns are without any constraint. So, अभी constraint देने के बाद, constraints देने के बाद, आपको एक काम करना है. Okay, you have to do one thing. I'll tell you what is that. Okay, listen carefully. Okay, this is something which is very, very important. Okay, you have to do one thing now. I'll tell you what is that thing. Listen carefully. Listen, listen, listen. Everybody listen. What thing you have to do, I'll tell you. Okay, अभी कितने constraints है total? In all, how many constraints are there? Tell me. Like in SQL, how many constraints are there? Tell me that. Tell the number of constraints. 5? Are you sure 5? Yes, 5 constraints are there. One is unique, one is not null, one is check, one is primary key, one is foreign key. Correct? So total 5 constraints are there. अभी आपको एक constraint बोलना है. Okay, you have to forget one constraint. Okay, what you have to do? You have to forget one constraint. Okay, you have to just remember 4 constraints now here onwards. Okay, एक constraint आपको बोलना है. I'll tell you what is that constraint. Okay, not null constraint को अब आपको बोलना है. Okay, don't consider not null as a constraint for now. Okay, अभी के लिए आप not null को छोड़ दो. Okay, don't worry about not null. Not null को छोड़ के जितने भी constraints आपने use किए हैं. Okay, remember this. Okay, understand this very carefully. Okay, leave about not null. Okay, don't worry about not null. अबे बीच में doubts मत पूछो यार. Right. Wait, listen carefully. First, whatever I'm telling, listen to that very carefully. Okay, except for not null, remaining whichever constraint that you have used, मान लो primary की use किया है, unique use किया है, check use किया है, या फिर foreign की use किया है, जो भी बाकी constraints आपने use किए हैं, उनके लिए आपको एक unique नाम देना होगा. You have to give a unique name for every constraint. Okay, I'll give you one best example. Okay, you tell me, guys. If a baby is born in your home or in any home you consider, if a baby is born, okay. Suppose you kept the name as let's assume some name, for example, Kiran. Okay, you kept the name as Kiran. So you cannot keep the same name for the next child, right? You have to give a different name. Understanding, right? क्या वही दोगे? Like किरण, वन एक बंदे का नाम किरण, दूसरे का भी किरण, तीसरे का भी किरण, सबका किरण. No, right? You will keep different name. Am I right? Okay, whenever you guys will be having your kids, that time also you will keep some different name, right? और ऐसे रखोगे किरण 1, किरण 2, किरण 3 like that. No, right? So definitely you will keep some different name guys. So same. Okay, ऐसा होगा कि डेटाबेस में बहुत सारे प्राइमरी कीज है, बहुत सारे डेटाबेस में बोल रहा हूँ. Okay, डेटाबेस में बहुत सारे प्राइमरी कीज है, बहुत बहुत टेबल्स की. There are so many unique constraints. So there are like so many times you have used unique constraint. So many times you have used check constraint. Okay, यही पे check constraint 2 बार है हमारा. तो हर एक constraint का एक unique नाम होना चाहिए. Every constraint should have a unique name, guys. Okay, every constraint should have a unique identity. Okay, now what is that identity? I'll tell you. For example, okay, there are 2 check constraints, right? Now every constraint should have a unique reference name that is called as constraint reference name. What it is called as? Constraint reference name. Okay, except for not null. Not null को छोड़ दो अभी. Okay, worry about the remaining constraint. Okay, every constraint should have a unique constraint reference name. Okay, now for example, over here for primary key, you guys decide what should be the constraint name, what you want to keep. You have to decide what constraint reference name you want to give for every kind of constraint. So see here, for primary key, what I'll give it as pk1. I'll give it as what? pk1. Okay, for primary key I'm telling. Okay, for primary key what I'm giving is pk1. For second one, okay, that is unique. What I can give, whatever I want to give. Okay, for example, uq1. Give it as uq1. Just document it very neatly. Okay, just don't miss it because there is no way to recover that if you forget. So after that, for check constraint, what I can give cc1. Get constraint one like that. Okay, then for this one, what I can give? What I can give, guys? CC two. हर एक को एक जो भी आप चाहो तो आपका नाम भी दे सकते हो. Okay, you can give your name also. There is no problem. You can give any constraint reference name. ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि यही देना होगा. You can give whatever you want. जो भी आपको चाहिए वो देना होगा. But make sure no any constraint reference name is getting repeated. Constraint reference name cannot be repeated. Understanding? Understanding everybody? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? If you guys respond over here, no, I won't be able to see. If see you are typing over here, right? यहाँ पे अगर आप टाइप करोगे तो हो सकता है कि मुझे दिखे ना. I won't be able to see it, guys. So that is why I'm telling like respond in the Skype. If you get any kind of doubt, okay, do one thing. You can respond over here, no issues. But if you get any doubts in between or question in between, put that in the group. Okay, at least I won't miss your doubt. Correct? Fine. So see here. Now see here, she said, okay, every constraint is except for not null should be having constraint reference name और वो unique ही होना चाहिए. Okay, वो duplicate नहीं होना चाहिए. For this check, I have given CC1. For this check, can you see? I have not given CC1. I have given CC2. So it should be unique. Understood? This much everybody is clear, right? पक्का? ये clear है सबका? 100%. Are you sure? Okay. Now, जो अभी हमने इस टेबल के लिए किया है, क्या हम वो अलग वाले टेबल के लिए कर सकते हैं? Right now, whatever we have done for this table, can we do the same thing for the another table? Let's do it, right? Let's do it. What I'll do is I'll just remove this one. Okay, I'll just remove this one, and okay, the same way I'll just do it for another table, that is student table. Okay, student table के लिए मुझे वही करना होगा. So what I'll do this time? Look here. Student table के column, student ID, student name, contact. Student ID, student name, contact. इसके बाद में क्या? Email ID, date of birth, branch ID. Email ID, date of birth, branch ID. Email ID, date of birth, branch ID. अभी बोलो कि डेटा टाइप्स कौन से देना है. तो बोलो कि डेटा टाइप कौन सा देना है. बोलो जल्दी बोलो. Tell me this. For student ID, what data type I can give? What data type I should give? Tell me first. Can I give it as varchar? Okay, I'll give it as varchar. Varchar of 15, is it enough? Yes. Or varchar of 20. चलो मान लो 20 ही दे दिया हमने. चलो कोई दिक्कत नहीं. 20 we will give. Then for student name, चलो varchar of 30. Varchar of 30. Varchar of 30 we have given. So for contact number, what I can give? Varchar of 10. Will it be enough? Number also you can give. Of course, you can give number. Okay, so yeah, let's give number. Chalo. If you are saying number, means we'll give number. Number of 10. Can I give number of 10? Yes? Yes, perfect. So for an email ID, okay, I can give varchar of 30. Varchar of 30. Date of birth, I can give it as date. For branch ID, I can give it as. Now you tell me this. Okay, यहाँ पे आपको बताना है कि क्या डेटा टाइप देना है. Let's see who is smart. ब्रांच आईडी के लिए क्या डेट देना है. अबे यार, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट डेटा टाइप. व्हाई आर यू टाइपिंग कंस्ट्रेंट्स? डेटा टाइप पूछ रहा हूं मैं. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट डेटा टाइप. यू डोंट नीड टू गिव इट. ऐसा थोड़ी ना होगा. हर एक कॉलम का डेटा टाइप फिक्स हो, मतलब देना ही होगा. इट्स नॉट लाइक ऑप्शन. Some people who are typing constraint, no, you come to the branch, I'll give slap you. Seriously, I'll slap you. If you tell wrong data type, that is fine. But you are telling constraints. I'm talking about data type. Okay, now varchar of 20. Now you tell me. So many people has responded varchar of 20. But 20 ही क्यों लिखना है? Why do we need to give it as varchar of 20 only? 20 ही क्यों देना है? हम 19 क्यों नहीं दे सकते? Why can't we give it as 19? And we give it as 19. How many of you says yes? We can give 19, sir. How many of you thinks yes, sir? We can give varchar of 19. No issues, sir. No problem, sir. We can give it as varchar of 19. Because of primary key. Very good, very good, very good. We cannot give it. We cannot give it. Why? Because of primary key. So primary key का क्या है? Size 20 है. तो यहाँ पे एक तो 20 होना चाहिए या फिर 20 से ज्यादा होना चाहिए. Exactly, Aniket. Exactly, Omkar. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So it should be either 20 or it can be more than 20. That is also fine. But it should not be lesser than 20. Understanding? Correct. In the parent table, we have given it, right? So yes, 100% correct. Yes, exactly. Yes. Very good, very good, very good. So varchar of what I have to give over here? Varchar of, let's assume 20 we will give. Don't give it lesser than 20 because it will create a problem. Okay, so give it more than 20. Okay, or 20. चलो मान लो कि 20 ही दिए. No issue. तो डेटा टाइप्स तो समझ में आया सबको. डेटा टाइप everybody understood data type. Okay, यहाँ पे मैं एक नोट लिख लेता हूँ. I'll just write one note over here. Whenever I'll write one note over here just to make you understand. That's it. Whenever we provide data type for foreign key, make sure that the size is same or else greater than the size that has been provided in the parent table. In this case, for branch ID, we have given 20 as size because in the parent table, the size has been given as 20. Okay, this is a note I have written over here. Okay, ये note है बाद में पढ़ो अभी मत पढ़ो. Okay, now see after this tell me the constraints that you want to give. एक तो constraint fix है ये तो बनेगा foreign key तो बनेगा foreign key तो ये fix है इसमें कोई change नहीं है. This will become a foreign key. So apart from that definitely primary key हम इसको बना सकते हैं right. Can make this as a primary key this table. तो student name को देने की जरूरत नहीं है वैसे भी तो I'll not give. For contact, I'll make it as unique and not null. चलेगा? Make it as unique and not null. Not null. Unique भी दे दूंगा, not null भी दे दूंगा. Let's see. And for email ID, I won't give anything. Okay, for date of birth, I won't give anything. So many constraints I have given. So can I give a constraint reference name, guys? Can I give a constraint reference name? For example, PK2 for this. For this unique, can I give UQ2? For this foreign key, can I give is as FK1? FK1. So understood guys how to decide everything. ये डिसाइड कैसे करना है, ये समझ में आया सबको? पक्का? एवरीबॉडी अंडरस्टूड? नंबर इज अ पिक्चर, नो इश्यूज, ओके, परफेक्ट, वेरी। Now guys, skeleton pura ready is. Schema is completely ready guys. Schema is completely ready. Okay, schema is completely ready. Okay. So now guys, after this what I can do? After this, we can start designing the table. So अभी table कैसे create करना है? I'll tell you the syntax. Everybody has worked on the task which I given yesterday. सबने by heart किया है? Everybody, have you by hearted that? At least you have remembered some things. Yes. तो मान लेते हैं कि चलो बाय हार्ट आपने नहीं किया, तो भी मैं बता देता हूँ, क्रिएट टेबल, टेबल नेम। सो व्हाट इज अ टेबल नेम गाइस? टेबल नेम है क्या? व्हाट इज अ टेबल नेम? वेयर कैर? नो, व्हाट इज अ टेबल नेम? टेबल नेम क्या है? ब्रांच, वेरी गुड, ब्रांच इज अ टेबल, यस। इसके बाद में आपको एक ओपन ब्रैकेट एंड क्लोज ब्रैकेट, यहाँ पे आपकी स्टोरी शुरू, यहाँ पे खत्म। तो जो लिखना है इसके अंदर लिखना है, जो भी स्टोरी लिखनी है इसके अंदर लिखनी है। ओके, नाउ सी what is the first column of branch table? What is the first column of branch table? ब्रांच टेबल का पहला कॉलम कौन सा है? कॉलम ऑफ ब्रांच टेबल, ब्रांच आईडी। सो आई टेक ब्रांच आईडी। डेटा टाइप क्या है बोलो जल्दी, ऊपर देखो, उसके बराबर उसके ऊपर डेटा टाइप लिखा है उसका, व्हाट इज दैट? उसके ऊपर उसका डेटा टाइप लिखा है, व्हाट इज दैट? केयर ऑफ 20। उसके ऊपर उसका कंस्ट्रेंट लिखा है, बट वो कंस्ट्रेंट नॉट नल है क्या? बताओ, वो कंस्ट्रेंट नॉट नल है क्या? कंस्ट्रेंट वो नॉट नल है क्या? नॉट नल है तो बताओ, नॉट नल है तो ही लिखना है यहाँ पे, अदरवाइज बाकी कंस्ट्रेंट का भूल जाओ। ओके, नाउ हियर गाइस, आफ्टर यू राइट डेटा टाइप, आपको मेंशन करना है कि कॉलम कंपलसरी है या नहीं है। सी, इफ इट इज कंपलसरी यू विल राइट नॉट नल, इफ इट इज नॉट कंपलसरी यू विल राइट इट एज नल, or else you will keep it blank. Okay, see, if it is compulsory means you have to write like this, not null. If it is not compulsory, you can write it as null, or else you can skip. Not, I mean, you can choose not to write. You can choose not to write it. Okay. So right now, guys, you tell me, branch ID column ये primary key है, तो वो definitely by default not null होगी. You don't have to work on it. You don't have to give it as not null. आपको not null देने की जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि आप उसको primary key बनाओगे, वो अपने आप not null बन जाएगा. It will automatically become not null. You don't have to make it as not null. So right now I will not give anything. I'll give it as common. Okay, adunga, I will give it as common. Now what is the next column? Next column is branch name. Next column is branch name. Now what is the data type of branch name? What is the data type of branch name? Unique, sorry, varchar of 30. Yes, so I'll give that. After that, you tell me, is it null or not null? Tell me, is it null or not null? It is not null, right? So I have to write specifically that, boss, it is a compulsory column. It is a not null column. Then give com. Then give com. Okay. So after that, the next column, HOD name, HOD name, HOD name. What is the data type? Varchar of 20. Varchar of 20. Don't worry about any other constraints. Constraints बाद में देंगे हम. Okay, constraints हम बाद में देंगे. पहले data type की बात करते हैं. We will first discuss about data type. Constraints we will think later. Now see, after this, is it null or not null? मुझे नहीं पता. Okay, I'll keep it as blank. So after that, next one. Number of staffs. Number of staffs. Number of two. Number of two. Null or not null? Null or not null? Mandatory है क्या? वो नहीं है. तो उसको null दे सकते हैं हम, वरना skip करो. After that, number of other staffs. Number of other staffs. Don't do any spelling mistakes, okay? Column should be exactly same. Number of 2. After that, comma. After that, a date. What is the date type? I mean, year of establishment is the column. Date. That's it. Null, not null, pata nahi. So, comma. So, these were the steps. Tell me, anybody has any doubt? Steps I have written. Anybody has any doubts in whatever steps I have written? If you have any doubt, tell me. If you don't have doubt, respond understood. Understood. Cool. If you have understood means type understood. If you have any doubt or you want me to repeat or something, please type like that. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Now, so simple चीज हमने की है. I'll explain you very neatly now. See here. Create table, table name, open the bracket, close the bracket. In that, you have to write column name first. After that, data type. After that, is it null or not null? If it is mandatory, give it as not null. If it is not mandatory, don't give anything. Okay. So now we have given data types. Now the story we have to start with constraints. अब constraints कैसे देंगे? How to give constraint? वो बता दे. We have to write like this: constraint. And constraint reference name. What is the constraint reference name of first column? Okay, see, you can change the sequence, but let's go according to the sequence. That we will not miss anything. So constraint पहले column का constraint reference name बताओ क्या? What is the reference name of first constraint? PK1. PK1. Okay, so after this, what I should give? PK1. After that, I have to write primary key. Primary key. In the bracket, guys, I have to write which column I need to give, make it as a primary key. I have to just copy that column. जो भी column मुझे primary key बनाना है, I'll copy that, paste it in between. Then comma. Then again, next constraint, constraint reference name of next unique constraint. What it is? UQ1. So I'll write unique. किस column पे देना है? Branch name column पे देना है. So I'll not type guys over here. I'll just copy. Just copy. I'll copy paste and comma. The next constraint. Constraint reference name अगला वाला CC1. CC1 के बाद क्या देना है? Check. Check what? Constraint reference. I mean number of staff. So I'll copy this variable. Okay, like I mean column, and put it over here. Make it less than 50. Done. Comma. Copy this line and make it as 60. After that, by pasting it, number of other staffs. Comma. Number of other staffs. That's 60. CC1 नहीं देना है, CC2 देना है. Okay, don't do mistakes. Okay. तो बात कुछ और बचा है क्या? Anything else is left, guys? Null not null भी हो गया. Okay, सारे constraints भी दे दिए हमने. अभी कुछ बचा है क्या इसमें? Is there anything left in this now? सब डेटा टाइप सब कॉलम्स हो गए, सब डेटा टाइप्स दे दिए, 4 कंस्ट्रेंट थे वो कंस्ट्रेंट दे दिए. इसके बाद में स्टोरी क्लोज. समझ में आ रहा है सबको? इतना सबको समझ में आया? एवरीबॉडी जस्ट गिव मी द स्टेटस. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड और नॉट अंडरस्टूड? I want response from everybody. Okay. If I am putting efforts in order to explain you, and if you know you're not giving efforts, right, please don't attend the session. Okay, that is a humble request. Okay, I'm not going to scold you or something. That's a humble request, because what you are doing is you are doing your loss. It's not my loss. Okay, my payment won't be affected just because of you. Okay, so I'll be getting my salary by the end of the month. Okay, so it's you who will not understand. If you are not responding, you will not understand. I am putting efforts to explain you, if I am screaming, if I am shouting over here, after taking 3 to 4 sessions, if I am shouting over here means, if you are not responding means that's a kind of disrespect that you are showing towards me. Okay, so if you want me to, I mean, like if you want to disrespect me, you do it, no issues. I'm not bothered. But don't attend the session. That is one favor you can do. If you have not understood, type not understood, no issues. I'm happy to explain you once again. But if you are keeping your mouth shut means I can't do anything. Yes, definitely, Vinayak. You can use it. Yes. Okay, we will do it. Okay, okay, we will do one thing. Okay, जैसे कि चेतन, okay, sorry, Vinayak जैसे कि बता रहे हैं. Okay, I'll tell you. Vinayak is asking, sir, can we give any other constraint like check for contact? So contact के लिए एक constraint वो like he is telling. So shall we do it, guys? Shall we give constraint for contact number column? But yes, of course, there is no contact number column only, right? In branch table, there is no contact number column. Correct? So we will do it for student contact number. Will that be okay, Vinayak? We will do it for student table. Just remind me, Vinayak. Just remind me whenever I'll be starting, whenever I'll start the creation of that other table. Just remind me, okay? I'll do it. Fine. Now see, this is the syntax of table, guys. This is the syntax of table. Okay, now I'll copy the syntax and I'll just paste it in your group. Just paste it in your group. Give me a second. Yeah, wait. I pasted that in your group. So now, guys, can you guys, okay, just forget about that syntax. वो syntax थोड़ा गलत है. I'll just delete it. Now see here, guys, everyone. Last comma, guys, remove it. Last line comma, remove it. Understanding? Then it is a correct syntax. Then give semicolon after that. Then it is a correct syntax. Okay. So this is a correct syntax. I'll share it to you. Last line का comma हटाना होगा. Understood, right? Yes, good. Now, can I execute this? Can I execute this? मैं execute करता हूँ ये. See here. So it is giving some error, no issues. I'll edit. I'll edit. Okay. So some error, it is giving no issues. I'll just edit the query. I'll just remove semicolon from here and I'll just save. So what it will say, guys, if everything is proper, what it is saying, what it has said. I mean, like what it is saying is, table is it created? Table is it created, guys? With the help of the syntax, is it created? Is it saying like table created? अभी मुझे table का syntax देखना है तो DSC table. क्या है table का नाम? Branch. So I'll close the software. I'll close the software and now guys I'll just go to SQL. I'll go to SQL and then I'll just log in over here. Just give me a second. For example, I'll go to the software. I'll close it. Okay, now this time, if I want to see the structure of a table, which command I can execute? For example, Scott Tiger, DESC students. If I execute this, can you guys see the output? Wait, let's start from tab. Student, sorry, branch table, right? So DSC branch, DSC branch. Can you guys see? Can you guys see a column name along with the data types? Are you guys able to see it? Commit is not required. Definitely commit is not required. For DDL statement, commit is not at all required, guys. Remember that. Commit is not required. Changes will be automatically saved. DDL is auto-committed. DDL is auto-commit. Okay. Now see here. You guys are able to see the column name along with the data types. And also you are able to see which column is mandatory, which column is not mandatory. And apart from that, can you look at the data type that you have given? Is it varchar or is it varchar 2? Is it varchar or is it varchar 2? It becomes varchar 2. But what have we given? हमने क्या दिया था? हमने दिया था varchar. ने क्या दिया था varchar. So varchar जब भी आप देते हो, it becomes varchar 2 automatically. Okay, whenever you provide any varchar varchar data type for any column. Okay, if you are providing varchar data type for any column, automatically it becomes varchar 2. Just remember that. That means varchar is deprecated. That means varchar is deprecated. Understood? Is that clear, everybody? समझ में आया सबको? पक्का? Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Great, great, great. Great. Okay. So now, okay, we have created one table. So now, one table is already created. Now, shall we create this second table immediately? We will create. Okay. So I'll give one more check constraint over here, guys. Check whether the length of the contact is it equal to 10. Okay, like this anyway. Check whether the length of contact is it equal to 10. Understanding, right? Check whether the length of contact is 10. This is check constraint. So for this also I'll give some constraint like CC3. I'll give something called as CC3. Okay, now guys, just 2 minutes. I'll read one requirement. Carefully listen. 1 minute, guys. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. 8 people you want. Like best candidates or something. What is the any 70%? You will not get it. Code wala. 70%, I think there are only 3 to 4 students. So put it in group. No issue. Like whoever responds. WCS. Put it in group. Put this in group. To get any people, let me know. The second one is like generic. This I should announce. I mean, this is not this batch is like merging of all the batches. Batch, right now whatever I'm taking it for like more than 200 people. So WCD A11 is also there. There are some people who are in Java. So it's better we post this requirement in the group. Post it. I'll just announce them like in your respective groups. Check for that. Now, guys, there are two requirements actually. Listen carefully. Okay, maybe automation people are also here. I hope, right? Yes. There are two requirements, guys. There are two requirements. One company is Codewala company. Company name is Codewala. The package is good. 3 to 5 LP. Okay. One more company is there. The company name I forgot. So you just need to check your respective groups. Okay. जो भी आपके batch groups हैं, वो check करो. उसमें आपको requirement मिलेगा. Okay. Just check it like after 5 minutes. You check it. And अगर आपको requirement के लिए आप eligible हो, तो respond करो. Understood, right? Clear, everybody? Yes. Okay. Just check it after 5 minutes. Okay, I've told them to post. Good. Okay. Good. Huh. Let's start this. Let's continue. Okay. So अभी इसके लिए कैसे करना है फटाफट बता दो मुझे. How to create a second table. Second table को कैसे create करना है? Second table, how to create it? Quickly tell me, guys. Okay, second table, how to create it? How to create the second table? Create table. Create table. Table name. What is that? Students. Open the bracket. Close the bracket. Okay. Then after this, first column is student ID. Okay. चाहो तो ऐसे column name लिख लो. Okay. It will be like very easy for you to understand. Student ID, student name. उसके बाद में contact. उसके बाद में email ID. जो भी आप sequence दोगे वही आएगा sequence. Date and then sorry date of birth and then branch ID. Okay. उसके बाद में हर एक का data type लिख लो. What is the data type of varchar? Varchar 20. Varchar of 20. नल नॉट नल पता नहीं कॉमा. ओके प्राइमरी किया तो होगा बाद में देखेंगे. स्टूडेंट आईडी, स्टूडेंट नेम, देयर इज नो कंस्ट्रेंट. तो डेटा टाइप varchar of 30, then comma, null not null पता नहीं, contact, number of 10, number of 10, anything else? No. Then null not null पता नहीं, so email ID, varchar of 30, हर एक के बाद comma देना जरूरी है. You have to give comma after each and everything. So yeah, tell me guys. After this date of birth, date, उसके बाद में कुछ नहीं. ब्रांच आईडी के बाद varchar of 20. करेक्ट. सो ये सब देके हो गया अभी. ओके, इट्स डन. इसके बाद में हम कंस्ट्रेंट्स देंगे. ओके, लाइक आफ्टर दिस व्हाट वी विल गिव कंस्ट्रेंट. सो कंस्ट्रेंट, हाउ टू गिव कंस्ट्रेंट रेफरेंस नेम. लुक हियर, कंस्ट्रेंट रेफरेंस नेम जो कि है pk2, देन प्राइमरी की इन द ब्रैकेट sid ब्रैकेट क्लोज, देन कॉमा. Constraint reference name देना है अभी. What is the constraint reference name for the second constraint? Okay, it is unique. UQ2 unique. कौन से कॉलम के लिए देना है? Okay, what you have to give third column? Contact, then comma again. Constraint reference name. What is that? CC3. What it is? Check. सही से टाइप करो. I know 100% you will be doing mistake. So length of length of contact is equal to 10 bracket close. Okay. So after that, comma, then anything else? Constraint. Last one, constraint fk1, then foreign key. कौन से कॉलम के लिए? branch id. Now after this branch id को देने के बाद आपको एक चीज करनी है. How to give foreign key? Okay, it's a bit difficult. Constraint. See, this much is same. After this, you have to write a references. You have to write what? A references. To which parent table does it belong to? To which parent table it belongs to? Branch. References, branch table. What is the column name in branch table? Same, branch ID. ये थोड़ा difficult नहीं है. Like there is a different thing. Okay, you have to give references, then parent table name, then column. So like this you have to give. Now after this, if it is the last line, means give semicolon, don't give a comma. So this is next table syntax. So I'll just copy this and I'll just execute here, guys. I'll execute it over here. So it'll say what? Table created. Can you guys see? Is it saying table created? So if you describe DSC students, you can see the student table. Can you guys look at the table? Yes. Understood? Everybody. Is that clear, everyone? How to create the table? Everybody understood how to create the table? So अभी एक काम करो. Okay? अभी एक काम करो. Everybody do one thing. Okay? आज के लिए हम इतना ही रखते हैं. Okay? We will keep, because see, I know it is like going to be like too much for you. Okay? So okay, we have learned how to create a table. इतना तो सीखे हैं. Okay? So don't forget this. Don't forget this. Tomorrow we will quickly revise this. Okay? And after that we will complete the remaining set of statements. So कल आपका पूरा statement definitely खत्म हो जाएगा. It will be over tomorrow. Tomorrow your statement it will be completely over. Okay. So next session we will keep it on normalization. ऐसा करें. Okay, because I also want you guys to understand it and write down the things. So make sure you write down the things today. So please guys take the screenshot. Yes, definitely I'll give you time to take the screenshot. Everyone, okay, take the screenshot. Everyone, take the screenshot. Take the screenshot of the first page. Take the screenshot of this. Taken the screenshot. Perfect. Take the screenshot of this. Okay, chalo. Now after this, that's it. Okay, syntax तो आपको पता है because I have given you the notes. Syntax कहाँ पे देखना है आपको? You have to go to one link. What is that link? goo.gl POO dot GL slash HVJJXE. This is a link. Copy this link as well and I'll just paste it in your group. Okay. इस लिंक पे आपको जाना है और क्या करना है, विजिट करना है इस लिंक को. Once you visit this link, you will get one PDF, last PDF. इसमें जाना है, इसमें आपको create table का syntax मिल जाएगा. You will get the syntax of creating a table. So see, are you able to relate the syntax? Are you able to relate the syntax? Yes. So ये है table creation का syntax. इसको आपको वापस से पढ़ना है, इसको आपको लिखना है notebook. You have to write this in your note. Okay. Okay. Last page I should show. Even take the screenshot of this if you want. Take the screenshot of this. ये यहाँ पे display हो जाएगा. कौन सा data type है क्या है. Okay. Take the screenshot of this also and take the screenshot of this last page. Done? Taken? Cool. So I hope everybody understood. Okay. So revise it, guys. Revise it. So I'll be giving you assignment to create multiple tables also. So this is how you create a table. So today, you guys, if you have software, please create the tables. Okay. Yes, definitely, Ravindra. You can give the constraint after the creation of a table also. So that also I'll be teaching. Alter command is there to do that. Okay, we will learn that too. But I want everybody to by heart the syntax of table. At least today you by heart. Okay, at least today you by heart. Can you guys do it?